Nelson Baker was an American Catholic convert and priest. Some people have called him America's St. Vincent de Paul or the Don Bosco of the United States. He was born in Buffalo, New York in 1842 to a Lutheran father and a Catholic mother. Though he was baptized Lutheran at birth, he joined the Catholic Church at the age of 10. As an adult, he fought for the Union in the American Civil War and later opened a successful feed and grain business. He gave generously to a local Catholic orphanage and eventually felt a calling to the priesthood. When he finally entered the seminary, he was quite a bit older than his fellow seminarians. He assumed a leadership role with them. In 1874, he took a pilgrimage to Europe where he visited several important shrines. When they got to Paris, he was particularly moved by the shrine of Our Lady of Victories. He dreamed of building a similar shrine in America one day. 2 years after his pilgrimage to Europe, he was ordained as a priest. During his first assignment, he was the assistant superintendent of 2 boys' orphanages that were both heavily in debt. Immediately, he was beset by creditors. He used his personal fortune that he had left over from his business days to personally pay the creditors himself. At the orphanage, Father Baker made a lot of changes. He removed bars from the windows, and he tried to make the atmosphere in the home more warm and caring. To continue paying the orphanage's debts, he founded the Association of Our Lady of Victory. He would spend hours every night writing letters to postmasters across the country, and he asked the postmasters to share with him the names of any charitable Catholic women they knew. You probably couldn't do that today. He would then write letters to these women and ask them to join the association for 25 cents a year. This money was used to finish paying debts and to begin new building projects to benefit the orphan boys. He also hired a drilling company to drill for natural gas on church property to offset the orphanage's heating costs. He buried a statue of the Virgin Mary, and he told the company to dig right there, and they hit gas at 1,300 feet. In 1897, a new home for working boys was opened by Father Baker in order to house older boys who were getting jobs in the local community. He also established a farm that was staffed by Father Baker boys, and which provided food for the needy. Around 1900, Father Baker read a newspaper story about the draining of the Erie Canal. He was horrified to learn that workers had discovered the bones of infants and small children during the project. It was thought that the bones belonged to the bodies of babies who had to be abandoned by unwed mothers who felt forced to abandon their children due to shame or poverty. The discovery of the bones inspired Father Baker to take immediate action, and he began to plan a new building project, the Our Lady of Victory Infant Home. The home would be a sanctuary for both unwed mothers and their babies. Women were able to leave their children at the home with no questions asked. Construction on the infant home was completed in 1908, and it quickly filled to capacity. In 1919, a maternity hospital was added, and the building was later converted to a general hospital. Throughout his life, he kept his dream of building a shrine to Our Lady of Victory in the United States. In 1921, at the age of 79, he felt that he could finally begin making this dream a reality. He turned to the Association of Our Lady of Victory that he had founded all those years ago and which now had thousands of members for funding. Construction was completed in 1926, and Pope Pius XI designated it as a basilica. During the Great Depression, Father Baker continued his charitable works. It is estimated that his institution served more than 450,000 meals during the Depression. During the Depression, boys who lived in the orphanage also made clothing and shoes for the poor as well. Father Baker died in 1936 at the age of 94. The priest who gave him the last rites was a former orphan who had grown up in Father Baker's facilities. 500,000 people lined up for miles to view his body in the days after his death. He had touched the hearts of many people. He was declared venerable in 2011 and was named Buffalo's most influential citizen of the 20th century. According to Louise Mary, God gave Father Baker many gifts, including the strength to do pastoral and administrative work for a great many people through his early 90s, as well as the great virtues of faith, hope, and love. He is a great example for priests of spiritual fatherhood.